Hello and a very warm welcome. My name's Ben Hocking.
My name's Harry Eads.
And my name is Samuel Say.
Most emotional moment.
Oh, bloody hell. Don't come to me first. Don't do it.
Sam, I'm going to go to Harry first.
Thank God for that.
Oh, God. I think if we leave tragedies aside from this season, we've spoken about Hulkenberg binning it at his home race, his last home race. That hurts. That was bad. Norris, again, don't want to make this a Norris fest, but Norris at Spa breaking down on the last lap. I saw that one again today and is just screaming, "It's broken!" That was pretty tragic. Who else? Who else has had a tragic moment of the year? Albon after he got punted in Brazil. I was a bit sad as well. I'm going to have to go with Hulkenberg when he's just sat there on the chair underneath that porter cabin or whatever. That's just, no, you hate to see it. You just hate to see it. No good. That's my tragic, sad moment of the year.
Yeah, that's 2019's version of Hakkinen at Monza, isn't it?
Oh.
Sam, what are you going to go for?
So, serious moment. Going to give an honourable mention, obviously, to Hubert. I know this is about Formula One, but that is always with all of us. Very sad. But, as we always think about that, we do need to remember that this is Formula One we're talking about, not general motorsport. So my most emotional moment actually isn't a sad one, because emotions are both positive and negative. As Harry clearly forgot in his spiel.
No, it's sad.
For me, Chocolate Leclerc winning the Italian Grand Prix. Hearing his radio after the Grand Prix was just astounding. It was so nice to see a Ferrari on the top spot in Italy. The screaming, the connection with the fans, the podium was amazing. A lot of the fingers touching the thumbs. For me, that was incredible. I was all for it. I loved hearing it. I loved seeing it. It was a wonderful thing to see. So for me, Chocolate Leclerc winning the Italiano Spaghetti Grand Prix is the most emotional moment for me of the season. Also, Lewis Hamilton's braids.
Very emotional.
Really sad.
Thank you for that. Obviously, there were some very, very sad moments this year. You mentioned Antoine Hubert, of course. Charlie Whiting, of course, passed away on the eve of the first Grand Prix. Niki Lauda passing away, and then Mercedes remembering him with that red star, of course. That was very emotional. I'm also going to go for a happy one, though. And we're going to have to fight this out because I've gone for a completely different one again. I'm going to go for Pierre Gasly's podium in Brazil. It was just a fantastic redemption arc, I thought, after being dropped by Red Bull mid-season, threatening to go down the Kvyat route of dropping out of Formula One at least for a year. And he turned himself around. He turned his performances around. He's been brilliant at Toro Rosso in the second half of the season. And something he couldn't achieve in a Red Bull, he was able to do in a Toro Rosso. And his joy, his elation at the end of the race was just over team radio, was something special. So I'm going to go for that moment. And now we fight, I guess.
Yeah, a physical fight. I'll meet you out in the car park.
I'll as I was sad, I'll choose which happy one wins because we're all
fair play.
We're all the happy here. I'm gonna go with Sam's because there's some perhaps it's the Ferrari man in me, but both are very worthy contenders. Gonna go for Chuck Leclerc, especially we're only a week after as we mentioned, the death of Antoine Hubert, who Leclerc was a close friend with. So it was an emotional win for many reasons. So yeah, Chuck wins that one. Sam.
Deserved win.
And the winner for the most emotional LB of the season goes to Chuck Leclerc. Grazie.
Now it's time for the Get Off My Calendar Now, Please award, which is dedicated to the one circuit on the calendar which just should not be there. Sam, which one are you going to go for?
There are actually quite a few. There's a good 5 or 6 that definitely could get off my season. I'm going to boil it down to 2. The first being Catalunya. It's a testing circuit through and through. Mercedes dominates it every single time. The drivers know it like the back of their hand, and it's boring. It's so boring. The only thing that I think is more impressive about Catalunya than I do about the circuit of Monaco is that you can overtake in Spain. Not often, but you can. Monaco, get off my circuit. You're the worst track on the whole thing. I'd rather have Abu Dhabi.
Wow. Tell us how you feel, Sam. Harry, who are you going for? Or what are you going for?
Can I have 3?
Yes.
Oh, God. Catalunya in the bin. Paul Ricard also in the bin.
Correct.
The biggest bin, I think, is going to have to be reserved for Abu flipping got no character Dhabi. What a caco. What a
The
Wow.
phrase cackhole is not used enough.
Absolutely went in on it.
the place is not a cackle, obviously.
It's a desert, it is.
Well, yeah, but I think it's pretty nicer than going to Interlagos. But that's an amazing circuit, so all is forgiven. Abu Dhabi, God, it's some straights and a few 90-degree corners. Oh, great! Can't wait to watch that Grand Prix again next year. Be disappointed. Bin.
Well, tell us how you feel, Harry. I think Abu Dhabi, it was a real victim. It's a real victim every year because it is a rubbish Grand Prix, but it followed such a brilliant Brazilian Grand Prix that it never really had a hope, did it? Yeah, I don't really have much to disagree with there. Catalunya can go in the bin or at least just stay in testing. Don't need to see it anymore. I think my one, I'm going to go with Paul Richard. I really don't like Paul Richard. And that sounds like I've got a vendetta against a person, and I don't. It's a circuit. Paul Richard can get in the bin, and all those stupid red and blue circles can join it. It's just rubbish. Like, it's just rubbish. Why? And it takes like 10 hours to get there. Not that concerns us at all, but anything to give it another reason as to why it deserves the award. And the racing has been rubbish a couple of years in a row. Catalunya, though, at least, Paul Ricard's had a couple of years after its long break. Catalunya, we're nearly 30 years in now, and I think all the Grand Prix together wouldn't combine to make a good Grand Prix. So, should we give it to Catalunya?
We've all said Catalunya. I think Catalunya wins it.
Announce it.
And the LB4, the Get Off My Season Circuit Award goes to Catalunya. Arriba!
Right. People in Spain are going to love this one.
Catalunya, you mean?
Well, that's another matter in time.
Let's not get into that.
No, not a good idea. Not a good idea. The next one, the worst F1 partner or sponsor award. Now, F1 has a lot of bad sponsors that we hate to see every single week, but which is the worst? Harry, who are you going for?
Well, they're no longer with us, but it's Rich Energy. Like, how can we forget the debacle of Rich Energy? Entertainment-wise, golden this year, especially on Twitter. If anyone saw them on Twitter this year, it was sometimes, more entertaining than the races that Paul Ricard, Catalunya, and Abu Dhabi put together. So,
correct.
They've banterous. Doesn't even describe it, but they are literally the worst sponsor partner company I think I've ever seen. Don't even deserve to be near F1. So yeah, thank God they've gone. Although I'm going to miss the banter.
There was a lot of banter involved. Sam, are you going for Weak Energy?
The issue is with Weak / Rich Energy is they aren't the worst sponsor. They're bloody hilarious. And yes, okay, in terms of if you're going to write down a rule book of what sponsors should do, they did none of the things that they needed to do. But in terms of entertainment value, they're not the worst. They are the best. They're fantastic. I want them in every single race weekend because I loved seeing the absolute kerfuffle that they brought to it, the absolute tomfoolery that they displayed in Haas. The worst sponsor, the absolute worst sponsor of being a worst sponsor, is a sponsor that made Williams Racing look more like a toothpaste than Colgate. Rocket is awful. No one even knew they were for mobile phones until the final race when they put mobiles underneath their thing. They're terrible. They look like a crap Colgate. They can't make your teeth feel nice either. They are terrible. Rocket is the worst sponsor in Formula One.
Well, we know Williams are no good for Formula One at the moment. They might be good for toothpastes. It's worth giving it a go at least.
Great for deodorant, by the way.
Yeah, true. I'm going to go for, well, not a sponsor of a team. I am going to go with also honourable mention to AWS here for their graphics. But I'm going to go for Heineken because those bloody stars, those stars can join Paul Richard in the bin.
In hell!
To be fair, they have toned it down a little bit.
Since last year, there's no like CGI stars on the circuit anymore.
I'm sorry, but those CGI stars from last season make Heineken worthy winners of this award for the next 50 years. They are that bad. Yeah, I could do without Heineken. You know, Rolex, they're everywhere, but they keep themselves to themselves. They keep relatively quiet. They're fine. Heineken just wants to destroy everything within Formula One with stupid trophies, stupid stars, and stupid starred trophies and stupid trophied stars. So go away.
The nice thing about Rolex is Rolex just tick along.
Hey. Good one. Good one. Sam just winked for everyone. It's a tough one. Who should we go for?
I mean,
I think Rich Energy are too entertaining to get this award.
Yeah, I agree. But I quite like that. I think Amazon get it for their stupid tyre wear graphic.
All right. Even though I don't think any of us picked this, we're going to go for it anyway because we can do what we want on our own award ceremony. Amazon, AWS.
The surprise LB for worst sponsorship award of the season goes to AWS, which stands for Awfully Worst Sponsor.
Wow. Well done.
Congrats.
To a slightly more serious award now. Drive of the Season. Now, plenty of standouts. Verstappen in Germany, Gasly at Brazil, Sainz at Brazil. I'm sure many others as well. Sam, which one are you going to go for?
This is such a difficult question. Not only is it serious, I actually have to remember things. Yeah, Sainz in Brazil was fantastic. I can't give it to Gasly. He got himself in the right place, but got lucky with a lot of issues coming his way. Verstappen in Germany was brilliant. Once again, mastered those conditions. It was so tough to see. Everyone's dropping off the road. And I can kind of see why he would win this award. I'm going to give it to Lewis Ham just for that Hungary drive. In terms of watching one driver hunt down someone, now every corner, make the tyres last, go. As fair, you could give it to him for a number of drives. I mean, the tyre wear in Mexico was a fantastic point as well. But for me, Lewis Ham at Hungary, you know, he had a 20 or 30 second gap in like 15 laps to bring down. He did it. He got the move done. He won the race. That's what F1 is all about, watching that build to the end. Yeah, so for me, just over Verstappen in Germany, because, I mean, incredible skill for that one. Lewis Ham gets drive of the season.
Yeah, pretty epic. Harry, which one are you going for?
I'm going for Maxi Verstappen, but it's not in Germany, it's in Austria.
Oh, love that.
Because admittedly, he fluffed the start himself from, was he on pole? I think he was.
Yes.
Yeah, which is his own fault, I think. Dropped down to like 8th or something, and then clawed his way back through that field, and then overtook Charles Leclerc with a couple of laps to go, or a lap to go or something. Incredible drive. Yeah, it's got to be Verstappen. Sometimes there's been some good ones. Verstappen in Germany, Hamilton in Hungary, another one. I also thought Vettel in Germany was just for more in the context of his season. He was under a lot of flack for his Silverstone accident. And then he showed in Germany that why he's a 4-time world champion. Like he stuck it on the road, even though he was started at the back. So another one there. But yeah, gonna go for Verstappen, Austria.
Yeah, that's another good one. I think we've mentioned all the very best ones. There is one more I would mention, and that is Bottas at Australia. I
Oh yeah.
thought that was a really great performance after the difficult end to 2018 that he had. I am going to agree with one of you, and that one is Sam. I'm going to go with Hamilton at Hungary. Yeah, you're right. It's everything that a Formula One should be. He had the opportunity to claw back. I can't remember how many seconds it was at the pit stop. It was a massive gap that he had to eat into in the final dying laps of the race. He was able to do so. And I mean, big props need to go obviously to the strategists as well at Mercedes, because without that, obviously Hamilton's not even in the position where he can pull off that kind of a thing. But those consecutive qualifying laps, it was scintillating to watch, and it kind of reminded me of I can't remember the year exactly. I think 97 it might have been, when Schumacher, he was on a different strategy to everyone else, and he had to bang out qualifying lap after qualifying lap to get back into the lead. Yeah, epic from Hamilton. So he is the winner of this award.
Yeah, I mean, unreal drive. But just full credit to this season. There have been some absolutely astonishing drives, actually. Incredible races. But the winner of the LB for drive of the season, Louis, the man from Stevenage, Hamilton.
That well-renowned nickname. We've got 4 more awards left.
Well, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then please think about leaving a like. It really means a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more videos, then do subscribe. It's great to have you along for the journey. In the meantime, keep braking late.